Welcome to the French Newfie. Today what I want to make are deviled eggs, and it's Easter and I love Easter. I have family visiting, and one of the best ways to show your appreciation is to make something extra special. And it's Easter, so I thought deviled eggs would be great. Everyone loves deviled eggs, I know I do. And I'm making them extra special for my family. I'm going to incorporate crab meat and caviar. And trust me, I don't have caviar every day, but today I want to spoil them. So without further ado, what I've done is taken some eggs and just boiled them. And I've halved the eggs as well and taken out the yolks. And the best way to get a creamy consistency for the yolk is to use a potato ricer. And I already have some in the potato ricer, and I'm just gonna get some more in, so I'll show you how easy it is. And what that's gonna do is make the yolk mixture extremely luxurious, which is what you're after. So we'll get all of that in there. And I'll just dump the rest in like so. And if you don't have a potato ricer, you don't have to use it, but this is great if you have it as a nifty little tool. You can see it'll all come out, little shreds. And once we mix this up, it's gonna be so smooth and luxurious. Just take your spoon or whatever utensil you have standing by and scrape it off. Just get that off to the side. Okay, and so now what I'm gonna do is put your usual suspect in. You want some mayonnaise. I like to use the olive oil mayonnaise. It's just, I think it's healthier and tastier. It has a little bit of the olive oil. Not too much, because we're gonna be adding some other ingredients like some Dijon mustard. And Dijon mustard is just gonna give it a little bit of bite. But again, I don't wanna use too much. So just like a half of a tablespoon, or teaspoon, sorry. Okay, and next we're gonna put in the luscious crab meat. I love crab. This is good crab meat sticks. I don't recommend that imitation stuff. It's just not good. And again, we wanna spoil our guests, so I'm not gonna use any type of imitation. And we're gonna get that in there. The color is beautiful. And some parsley. Parsley is gonna brighten everything up and it'll taste good. Any type of parsley or flat leaf parsley is really good with this mixture. Okay, so we're just gonna start mixing it like so. And I wanna add a little bit of lemon juice. That's gonna help it get more creamy, and lemon juice is great, of course, with the crab and any seafood. So mix that up. And it's turning into a paste, a thick paste, but I can tell that it's not where I want it to be. It's not creamy enough yet. So we're gonna go back in for some more mayonnaise, and that's what you wanna do. You want to, little by little, because it's hard to recover once you've mixed too much mayonnaise. So little by little, get that in there. And it's already turning into a luxurious paste. And you can see the bits of the crab, you can see the parsley and the beautiful golden yolks. I've also used organic free-range yolks, and that's gonna ensure a beautiful orange color and flavor, quite frankly. So mix that all together. Very creamy and lovely. And we're gonna be using caviar to top. It's very elegant and fancy for Easter and for my guests. So this is the caviar that I have, and it's extremely salty. If you haven't tried caviar, trust me, you're not going to need much salt. So we're gonna put in a little bit of salt, just like everything, just a little bit, and some nice cracked black pepper. And continue to mix it. And I have to taste it for seasoning, it's very important. It's really, really luxurious and silky on my tongue. And that's what I want. A little bit more mayonnaise. And then it'll be perfect. And what I'll do then is pipe it into our little eggs that I have waiting. Perfect. Now, believe it or not, I dislike pastry and baking and anything to do with that. Oddly enough, it was the first kitchen that I actually started working in was pastry, and I still dislike it. But so what I've used instead of a piping bag, because I don't own one, is a coffee filter, and it works fine. It's makeshift and you have to make do with what you have. So I have the coffee filter, and what I do is just snip off the top so that you have a little opening for your mixture to go into, just like that. And you would just open it and fill it with your egg yolk. And I have one here. So it's all in, really nice and tight. There's an opening in the bottom that we cut. And then you just squeeze down generous amount right into the cup like that. Generous amount and more down into the little eggs, like so. There we go. And of course, if you're doing this for guests and for an appetizer, if you have people coming over, you want to do a lot of eggs, like a dozen or so. Let me just wipe my hands. It's a little bit messy, but that's okay. And next, we're going to move on to topping our beautiful eggs with the caviar. And so I have the caviar, the black caviar. You can use the red as well. I like both kinds. And there's so many different varieties of caviar. The choices are unlimited. So I have a paring knife, and I'm just gonna take a nice amount and just scrape it off onto your beautiful deviled eggs filled with crab and other goodies. And the tip of the knife, again, drape it down over the eggs and keep going until they're all lovely and dressed with this salty, delicious caviar. There will be none left on your plate if you serve this, I guarantee. And almost finished, one more. And there you have it, the beautiful deviled eggs. And if you have a nice platter, what you can do is decorate it with some flowers. It is Easter after all, so some pretty flowers. The brighter they are, the better. It'll really make the caviar pop. And just like so, there you have my crab and caviar deviled eggs. Try it.